Hello, my name is Jonas and Tuyisenge. I am an IT engineer. I'm going to demonstrate how to create database in Oracle and how to create a template in Oracle database. Here I'm starting with going in my Oracle Linux in a user Oracle by typing SQL Plus /accessdba to enter in SQL. Here, as you see, I'm going to show PDBs. I have PDB seed and Oracle PDB1, and here I'm going to create pluggable database. Create pluggable database called Jonas as my first name, user, admin identified, user Jonas. Here I create the pluggable database called Jonas and user Jonas identified by password 123. Here I'm going to wait. Here message is giving me database created. Here as you show PDBs, I have another one called Jonas. I'm going to enter int by using command alt session set container Jonas show connection name. Here is, you see, become Jonas. Yes. Here the next one is going to create username use Jonas identified by 123. Here it become error because I have another user called Jonas as admin. Here I'm going to add it to open my database. Enter command editor plugin database or open. Still have an error. Let me exit here and enter again in SQL Plus /accessdba and also editor pluggable database all open all databases. Wait, yes, it means my database have altered. Here I'm going to set my database in order to enter in my database alter session set container equal Jonas. Yes, I entered. Then here I'm going to create user Jonas identified by 123. Still Jonas have been getting for conflict. I'm going to use another user that has different name with Jonas. I use my second name as Tuyisenge identified by Jonas. User created, and also I'm going to grant it to my database administrator for full control. Grant db to Tuyisenge as my user. Grant access. Here now I have database called Jonas and I have user called Tuyisenge. So the next one is to exit and how to enter to my database. I'm going to connect to my database called Jonas. Show user. My user is Tuyisenge, so I'm going to connect to my database. I'm creating table students. For above, it means that my database, I connect to my database. As you see here I'm creating table student, your student ID, number, primary key, and use the name, student name. It can be vertical with length of 50, and also let me create a class name, even is vertical, for example for 20 length. And our table have been created. So let me going for selecting or from select table name to check table in our database from user tables. As you say, I have the table called students, so describing table in order to know structure for my table. As you say, I have a student ID, student name, and the class. I'm going to insert some of records in this table. Insert into students values. One, for example, Tuyisenge in single quotes. IT as class. Then data is inserted. Then we are checking to select all for retrieving all records in my table. As you see, I have student ID 1, student name Tuyisenge, and class equals ITA. Here exit, I'm going to create another table for my last name. Here I switch to my also in SQL show PDBS. I have Jonas. I'm going to create another pluggable database called Tuyisenge. Admin. Also, I'm going to set the users to my admin. I use Jonas identified by password 123. Yes, pluggable database. No, here I'm going to create also user. Show PDBS in order to verify if my PDB have been created. Show PDBS, show con name. It means CDB root. It means I'm in CDB root. I'm going to alter session set in order to enter to my database called Tuyisenge. Container equal to Tuyisenge. Yes, session altered show PDBS. Show con name. It means my con name would be Tuyisenge. Yes. As you see here I'm going to create user to my database. I use Jonas identified by 123. As see, it is another error called database not open. I'm going to exit in order to open my database. Let me try here. Write a session set container equal to this or this constdb $sign lot. Here I'm going to show to open all database. Write a pluggable database or open. Yes, here it is open, so it means I'm going to enter to my database saying at a session set container Tuyisenge equal to Tuyisenge, and here I'm going to create user Jonas identified by 1 2 3. Also it have conflict because I have another Jonas in my table. I'm going to use Jonas 1 in order to remove conflict. Create user Jonas 1 identified by yes, user created, exit. Here I'm going to grant dbay to Jonas 1 in order to have a full control to my database. Grant succeed, yes, exit. Here I'm going to enter in SQL Plus again Jonas in order to enter to my database in my user SQL Plus Jonas 1 with my password 123 localhost with my listener port 1521 Tuyisenge database name. Yes, I'm connected to my database. Show user, I have my user Jonas 1. So I'm going to create database, create table, table called teacher. Teacher ID, number, primary teacher name, varchar 50 length, and the let me use course name varchar 50. Yes, my table have been created. So let me insert summary code. Let me first redesk my table. Yes, as you see, it's a structure. Let me insert into teacher. Insert into teacher. Values. Bracket 1. Carissa. And for example, is the database administration for course. Administration. Sorry, I type mistake administration. Yes, so it means one row created. Select all from administrative from teacher, semicolon. Yeah, this is my record for teacher ID1, name Carissa, and yes, I exit. Here I'm going to create database template. I'm going to check my instance. In my instance here, select instance name from sign instance. It means here I'm going to return all CL is my instance name. So I'm going to create my template. Here I exit in my SQL. I'm going to run deepcl silent in order to create template. Create template name, template from db source db template name or ch as instance name. Template name, how can I call it, is template name equal to my template, my database template. As you see, my template is going to be created. Here is preparing for DB operation for creating template. Here it is creating template have been successful to 100%. It means my template is opt Oracle Homes, Oracle DB Assistant. This is my database templates.dbt created template. It means my database template have been created. So I'm going to tell you the benefits of database template. Database template database templates in Oracle is very useful when you want to create a new database quickly and consistent. Instead of going through the whole setup from scratch, you just reuse a saved template. So benefits of database templates: first one is time saving, second one is consistency, third one is reusability, fourth one is for flexibility, and for five one is for customization, sixth one is support for testing and development, seventh one is portability and reduce errors. For time saving, speed up for the process of creating the new database. Since you don't have repeat manual configuration, you can deploy multiple databases in a minute. For consistency, I ensure all databases have the same structure, parameters, table space, and option. Avoid human errors from manual. For usability, once a template is created, you can use it many times for future database. And database template is flexibility. Templates can include just database structure or both structure plus data. You can choose to clone in existing database without data. It can be also for customization, for initializing parameter, memory setting, characteristic sets, table space, users, and even status schema. Make it easy to create a database set for specific application. Support for testing. A database developers can quickly spin up database identical to production for testing or training. Thank you for watching this video and for learning how to create database and how to create a database template in Oracle.